Eisenhower pitches out to Preventure. He's going to go wide to the left, around the corner, touchdown Eisenhower. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Eisenhower Eagle Football Review. I'm Tim Meyer, along with Coach Chris Smith. Tonight, the Eisenhower Eagles defeated the big rival tonight, the Dakota Cougars, 42-16, and you fell behind early in this ball game. Any panic set in at all?
No panic. We thought it was going to be we could be a physical team. We knew that they had some injuries, in their lineup, and they were playing a lot of guys both ways. So there's never any panic, especially early in the game if a team scores on you. They got a great offense. That quarterback was, phenomenal, very tough kid. And so we knew we just had to hang in there, stick with our game plan, and keep playing hard.
And you guys came right back and tied the score at 7 on a play that Jack Morris was wide open on. I don't know what the call was there, but it seemed they were confused.
Yeah, it was a great job by, John DeGiorgio and Brad Morris, Chris Layson, Scott Debs. Those guys really drew up some great stuff that, we saw on film. And I think everything that we did, everything they drew up that they saw, kind of worked, all those special plays.
And they had some tremendous amount of speed on their offense in the skill positions. And for the most part, you guys contained them pretty well.
Yeah, one of their slots was a county champ 100 guy. So. And then, they have another couple guys that we knew were really fast. So we knew they had a lot of speed. We had a little bit of trouble with some of their routes and really containing the quarterback. I think that was the difference in the game. We saw a lot of speed last week. We saw a real physical team last week. And I really think that helped us today with that speed. But what you can't control and you can't do anything about is a quarterback that can scramble and be slippery and be as tough as he is. And so, they moved the ball well on us.
Were you getting worried? Your defense was out there a lot longer than your offense because the offense was just scoring quick.
I was never worried because, again, they had a lot of guys going both ways, and we were being very physical. I mean, our guys were really hitting and getting to the ball and causing things to happen. So, never worried in this game. I just knew we just had to stick with our plan.
And you got Jack Morris, who's turned out to be quite a ball player this year for you so far tonight. Multiple touchdowns, 3 touchdowns. Speak a little bit about him.
Jack Morris is your typical Eisenhower football player. I mean, there's nothing flashy about him. He's a tough kid. He's not the fastest kid on the team. He's not the best athlete on the team, but, he's a true football player, and you can put him anywhere you want. I mean, he's a kid that can play linebacker, he can play defensive end, he can play safety, he's playing corner, slot, he can play running back, and he's our backup quarterback. So he can play a lot of positions, and that's what we look for, here.
And other players that did well for you were your offensive line. They opened up some nice holes.
There's no question our offensive line was outstanding today. Again, the defensive line we saw last week was so physical, so good. A lot of Division I kids on that team really prepared us to play against the rest of the teams that we have in the MAC Red.
Well, Coach, next week you have Roseville. The Panthers are going to come in here to Barney Swinehart with a new coach. What do you know about them?
I know they're 2-0. That's it. I haven't seen any film on them. They got a new coach. They're 2-0. They have a couple good wins under their belt. So, we got a couple 2-0 teams going at it here at Swinehart next week.
With one of Eisenhower's stars of the game, Ian Kennelly, the big safety and the wide receiver for the Eisenhower Eagles, you guys went down early, 7-0. Tell us a little about what was going through your head when you guys fell behind.
Yeah, we didn't expect that trick play that they kind of threw there. And, we put a lot of trust in our offense, so, we knew we'd go out there and get a quick touchdown.
And your offense did come back and do a quick score. After they scored and it tied it up at 7, what was going through your mind?
I just thought that we took the momentum back over and there was no stopping us from there.
Dakota has a lot of speed on the outside. The wide receivers, they have a couple of great hands people out there. And then you also had to watch their quarterback. It had to be pretty difficult.
Yeah, you got to watch their speed on the perimeter, but then, Mark Toko, number 2, the quarterback, he's just as dangerous as anybody on the field there. So you got to watch out for him too.
And let's talk about your interception. It looked like you were almost baiting the quarterback to throw it.
Yeah, he kind of scrambled out to his right, and I saw that receiver kind of come off, and Jack kind of came off the receiver and went to the quarterback, and I saw him open, and I knew he was going to throw it, and I just took that angle, and I got that.
And you had a pretty good return out of it too.
Just follow my blocks and try and take it to the house, but that didn't get there.
Well, congratulations on the win. Good luck next week. I know you want to say hello to some folks.
And this one is out to my parents, my 2 sisters, my uncle came out to support me, my grandma, and all my friends and fans in the stands.
Thanks, Ian. One of Eisenhower's offensive stars, Caleb Oyster, finally got a chance to break a few.
Yeah, it felt amazing.
How describe that first touchdown of yours where you kind of got a little bit of opening. What was going through your mind, and maybe credit some of your offensive linemen a little bit?
Yeah, I mean it was a simple outside play, so I was just kind of looking for the cut right up the middle, and it opened up, and I saw the hole, and I just had to take it.
So and then the other touchdown you had, Max Whitwer had a nice long run. And then you had a nice long run.
Yeah, it was a combination. Me and Max work really well together because he can run, I can run, he can throw, I can catch. So I mean, it's a good duo.
How does this game feel for you as compared to last week against Oak Park?
Oak Park, I would definitely have to say was the better team. They better than Dakota. They more physical, just bigger guys. And coming out and playing against Dakota, it was nothing like playing against Oak Park.
Okay. What were you feeling like when they got that field goal and made it 10-7?
I knew we had to come back and do something big, or else the game could get out of hand. So I mean, we really had to have a strong drive down the field and put it away.
It looks like you turned on a little speed there when you got open. What did that feel like?
It felt good. I mean, I run track, so I mean, I always love running. It's just in general. So I mean, when I see open field, I just look to book it.
Well, best of luck to you next week. I know you want to say hello to some folks.
Yes, I'd like to say hello to my family and everyone that came out to support me today.
We're representing the line play for the Eisenhower Eagles on the offense and the defensive line. You guys smacked them pretty good and hung in there with a very physical football team.
Yeah, I mean, Coach said it was going to be a pretty physical game. We just had to bring it every play. And, don't worry about the play before it's over. Keep pounding them in, keep scoring, beating them down, and just win in the end.
And you guys played a physical game last week against Oak Park. How did that compare?
It was a good, first game. We came out hard for that, and it prepared us for this, I think, because I feel like Oak Park had a stronger line, and it really showed us, that we can compete on a high level.
Now you get to hit people on both sides of the ball, the offensive line and defensive line, but you guys opened up some pretty nice holes for both Max Whitwer and Caleb Oyster.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, playing hard, blocking hard, getting to the block you need or getting to the ball on both sides. I think the coaches, they coach us every week, tell us, play hard, keep into it, and reset every play.
How hard is it to play a quarterback on defense like a Mark Toko?
He's pretty elusive. It's hard. You got to break down. You have to be under control. You can't be all over the place. You have to, really, think about it. You can't just run upfield and get lost into the play.
Well, you got to give him props. I mean, you guys smacked him around pretty good, and he kept getting up and coming back.
Yeah, he hung in there really tough. He's a tough kid. It was, it was a good game, and it was fun.
How much confidence does this give the Eisenhower Eagle football team, this win?
I feel like it boosts our confidence a lot. I feel like we're going to come out hard next week against Roseville. I feel like we're going to come out strong again the next week.
Well, congratulations on the victory and good luck next week. I know you want to say hello to some folks.
Just say hello to my family and my coaches. Thanks for everything.
Is everything okay in there?
Just a minute, Grandma.
The Eisenhower Eagles home opener would feature MAC Red arch-rival Dakota. The Cougars defeated top-ranked Orchard Lake St. Mary in their first game and now hope to knock off the top-ranked Eagles. The Eagles' defense pinned Dakota deep in their own end on the Cougars' opening drive as Alex Schmidt makes the play. The Cougars pull out this play from their offensive playbook as Dustin Solomon hits Brandon Michalik on this option pass, good for 58 yards. Then Ronye Walker makes this beautiful run of 40 yards for the game's first score. The extra point was good and the Cougars led 7-0. Then Jacob Oyster gets good blocking and rips off 26 yards for another Eagle first down. Max Whitwer finds a wide-open Jack Morris for a 35-yard scoring play, and the game is tied at 7s. Alex Decker, Henry Janeway, and Drake Minnie team up to stop Dakota on third down, forcing the Cougars to punt. On the punt, the Eagles are called for roughing the kicker, giving Dakota a first down. The drive moved into the second quarter with a 3rd and goal from the Ike 5. The Eagle defense forced this errant pass. Number 22, Brady Zarschler, comes on and kicks this 22-yard field goal, making it 10-7 Cougars. Ike's offense goes right to work as Whitwer hits a wide-open Henry Janeway, good for 23 yards. Max Whitwer thinks about running, but passes instead to Ben Metz, and he gets 11 yards. Jacob Oyster takes this pitch and slashes his way 16 yards for the Eagle touchdown. The extra point was good, and Ike led 14-10. On Dakota's next drive, Ian Kennelly intercepts this pass and gets a good return to the Dakota 21.
Kennelly's there, picks it off. To the 40, to the 45, over the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, all the way down to the Dakota 20-yard line. Ian Kennelly. Great athletic play by Kennelly. The safety position that we're talking about.
On the very next play, Max Whitwer gets good protection, and again he finds a wide-open Jack Morris for an Eagle touchdown. The score now, 21-10 Eisenhower. Scrappy Alex Decker manhandles the Dakota runner to make the tackle. The first half would end as John Fantauzo breaks up this pass play. The score at halftime, Eisenhower 21, Dakota 10.
Take off.
The Eagles would get the ball first to begin the second half, and Max Whitwer bolts through the line for 27 yards. Whitwer would find his running back Jacob Oyster down the sidelines with this 55-yard bomb, and it's 28-10 Eisenhower.
Catch from behind. Great score there. Coach Giorgio with two great calls.
Dakota would come right back with a bomb of their own as Mark Toko hits Brandon Michalik with this 51-yard scoring strike.
Goes by him. Touchdown, Dakota. Brandon McCulloch.
The extra point was blocked, so the score now is 28-16 Eagles.
And snap and block. So now it's 7.
Max Whitwer starts the Eagles' next drive with this 57-yard scamper to the 33.
40 down to the 35 and out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Rather harshly. Rapid from
Jacob Oyster then weaves his way into the end zone from 33 yards out, and it's 35-16 Eisenhower.
to the 5. Touchdown, Eisenhower. Caleb Oyster.
Great run. And I tell you, talk about Zachary Petcock. The guys go back and watch the tape. They will be screaming pancakes if you won. What a Dakota Cougar on his back. What a great deep block by Zachary Petcock. And Oyster does what he does best.
In the fourth quarter, the Eagles' defense was determined not to let Dakota score again, as Henry Janeway and Alex Decker team up for this sack.
Janeway again.
Ian Kennelly is called for a personal foul penalty on this play. In 4th and goal, number 42 Carlo Lachirco traps quarterback Mark Toko, and number 88 Henry Janeway finishes him up, and it's 1st and 10 Eagles. With the Eagles taking over the football, Max Whitwer slips through the line for 47 yards.
Head out of bounds, 41-yard line.
I tell you what, number 7 has some like guaranteed first place there.
Then Jacob Oyster gets another Eagle first down on this 20-yard run.
Oyster got a little bit of opening. To 35, to the 30, 25, down to the 20. Down there.
From 26 yards out, Max Whitwer finds Jack Morris, who breaks free in the end zone for the Eagles score, his 3rd touchdown of the game, making it 42-16 Eisenhower.
Great seam route over the middle. Perfect pass by Whitwer, and it was pretty well covered, but he totally rewards good catches. 6 points for the Eagles. This is the man play. Great score there.
On the next Cougar drive, Ben Metz intercepts this pass at the 14 and returns it to the 38.
Intercepted. And Metz for Eisenhower. Picks it off. And it'll be 1st and a goal.
Metz' interception seals the victory for the Eisenhower Eagles as they defeat arch-rival Dakota 42-16. Next up, Roseville.
TV truck for our camera personnel and for Pat Cavanaugh.
It's another fall Friday night, and your kids should be
Playing high school football.
It's a fun game and it's safer than ever.
It's safe because the rules, the coaching, and the equipment are better than ever before.
As a result, serious injuries are at an all-time low. Seriously.
And builds.
Strong schools, lifetime memories, and tomorrow's community leaders.
And it's mother approved.
It's a great game, and we want to teach it to your kids.
With John DeGiorgio here, the 2017 Eisenhower Eagle golf outing. And Johnny, you kind of spearhead this thing. Tell me a little bit about what the folks got to do today.
It's an opportunity to get out and golf, enjoy this nice weather, kind of mingle with some of the parents and some of the alumni for the Eisenhower football program, some of the coaches. It's just a great opportunity to just get to know these people right before the season starts.
And you got some kind of cool gifts and valuable prizes here that people can win at some of these raffles. Tell us a little bit about some of that stuff.
Yeah, people in the community are really willing to help out the Eisenhower football program. We've had some coaches donate some things. Like you see behind us here, we have some great cornhole game activities that one of our coaches made, that he does a little bit of business on the side. Just some local companies. My sister Sherry donated some jewelry from Premier Jewelry. Just people in the community that love Eisenhower football, that are willing to donate and willing to do whatever they can to help out the program.
I got a few autographed jerseys too.
Yeah, call up my old friends at the Buffalo Bills, and they sent some of that stuff over. Gary Paja has a relationship, obviously, with his brother-in-law, Joe DeLamalera, who's a former Michigan State alumni and Buffalo Bill. Got some of those jerseys, and it's good to have some of those connections.
Johnny, tell me a little bit about what this golf outing does for the Eisenhower Eagle football program.
Well, just replacing some of our old equipment. We've had some equipment over the years that's a little bit out to date. Getting new agile pads, just some new technology. Last year we were able to purchase a rear view camera, just kind of see an end zone copy of what our offensive defensive line looks like from behind. Which is very good for our coaching staff. This year, our headphones went out on us a little bit, so we're going to some wireless headphones, and a lot of this money from the golf outing goes to pay for that.
Well, without these ladies, this golf outing could probably never be facilitated and run as smooth as it does. I've got Debbie Stone, Anna Minnie, and Liz Janeway. And Liz, what did you guys have to do besides get up early this morning to prepare for this?
It's a big team effort, and Anna Minnie is actually the one that is the head of this committee, and her and Debbie have been putting this together, but is absolutely reaching out to the community and the parents, because this is our fundraiser for the whole season, and this is what we do for our kids because we love them, and we want to support the program, and we want to make it better every single year.
Anna, pose the same question to you. Tell me about getting up early and coming here to the golf outing and all the things you had to do to prepare for this.
It's rewarding, and that's why the getting up early is not really a big deal. So it's all about the boys.
It is for me.
Is it? I'm sorry. Nothing coffee can't cure, right? So,
I like night games.
Oh, well, then Friday night lights, right? So, but it's all about the kids. It's really worthwhile. Parents are very, very generous. The community really does support Eisenhower football, and that's what we're here to do. Just make sure they have everything they need to succeed this season.
And Debbie, a little bit about today's turnout and how you feel you guys did.
I think it was an awesome turnout. We had a lot of great people here, a lot of fun. I think it was very successful.
Well, as long as you pick my raffle ticket, I think we'll be okay. It'll be real successful.
I think it's better every year, my ticket that's getting picked.
So thanks to you ladies for doing this for the Eisenhower football program and continuing a great tradition here in Utica Community Schools for the Eisenhower Eagles.
Our pleasure. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm here with a couple former Eisenhower players, Joe Worth and Jack Sauber. And guys, what did you do since you graduated from Eisenhower?
Well, went to school. Other than that, coming out to enjoy a great day of golf with the alumni.
Yeah, Joe and I both played at Grand Valley, played football there, and now we're a few years out. It's kind of weird, It's been 3 years since we last played. Senior season was in 2014, and now we're kind of trying to get back involved with the program and coach a little bit and help out when we can and play in the golf outings. So,
what's your favorite memory of Eisenhower football?
Oh, it's got to be the game against Dakota when in the regular season they were the upper hand, and we had a couple nice 3-and-outs, 4-and-outs, and then went into the playoffs and had a couple good runs against them, but ultimately fell short. But at the end of the day, some good games.
Yeah, I agree. That was one of our best games we ever played. We beat Dakota 24-8. They were like one of the top teams in the state that year, and we had like a great defensive performance, and like that was something
I think you had an interception in that game, didn't you?
I had one interception. Yeah, right. But yeah, we had a really good game that game, and that got us into the playoffs basically. We kind of needed it really, and it was huge. So
Coach Chris Smith, this is a great event for you every year.
Yeah, this is unbelievable. Getting alumni back together and just having a great day of golf, talk about football, just build the excitement for the season.
And tell us a little bit about what happens after the outing.
Well, after the outing, tomorrow we start practice. So tomorrow is our first day of practice, and we go 2 days in just a helmet. Then we go 2 days with helmet and shoulder pads, and then we full pads on Friday, and Saturday is kind of our inter-squad scrimmage.
It's been a great event today, and I think guys had a lot of fun, even though there was a little cracklewood out here.
Yeah, I heard a lot of trees being hit, and hope they didn't knock any of these things down. But yeah, it was a great day of golf.